What's up with the nation's drift to the right? Part 2. Somebody, a whole bunch of people, elected a crook, a grifter, who poses as a champion of the people he steals from. But as the noted scholar Lee Atwood pointed out, perception is reality. Tim Snyder calls it sadopopulism. The attraction is the pleasure of knowing that elites are squirming. Masha Gessen says that all fears are connected. Fear of strangers, foreigners, gender difference, skin colors, dialects, the wrong kind of dancing.
But with all of our enemies becoming our friends, why do I still feel this fear? This government's broken, so are the banks. Our ethics are under attack. It's obvious the Cuban-backed terrorists are the sinister force behind that.
Maureen Dowd says disillusionment becomes cynicism, while resentment becomes conspiracy theories. Mehdi Hassan says there are different fundamentalisms, religious, secular technology, or sec-tech, all circling around an empty center that believes in nothing. Not to disagree, but I think Trump believes in bullying and greed. That's it. Oh, and sadism. And him supremacy. Yes, people are voting against their interests, but there's no way to vote for their interests. Lastly, it seems they are doing to the United States government what they did to Gaza. In international bossy bully news, Israel will keep part of Syria, Russia part of Ukraine, the US will keep Gaza, and China will keep AI, and minorities, and dictatorship, and stuff. In White House news, Zelensky is no longer a dictator, he's just ungrateful. He's failed to pay for past support with his rare earths, so he can't have any more support. What's a Ukraine here and there between ex-friends? He wasn't thankful, for which we can be thankful, since we can now clear up the confusion about our new alliance with Commander Putin. There, it's cleared, if not up. In postmodern corporate coup news, DOGE, the Department of Government Erasure, is not draining the swamp, they're flooding the zone with the detritus of a destroyed government. Don't worry, it's going to be good for the economy, or at least for psychiatrists. How exactly you flood a zone with a chainsaw is clearly none of my business, but it is the business of 21 Doge doggies who resigned in disgust, perhaps over the fact that the people already getting rid of waste fraud abuse, inspectors general, were fired by Elon's lackey in the Oval. And over at the NIH, those who study Mump's personal problem, malignant narcissistic personality disorder. Muck, Elon has cases in front of the EEOC, NLRB, and CFPB. These bureaucracies are clearly corrupt, so luckily he has the power to abolish them. If a Democrat did that? The NLRB has 24 inquiries into Musk, and he is fully complying with his responsibilities to abolish the agency. So what if Richie Rich is dismantling the agencies that are investigating him? Sounds fair. Illegal? Under a new GOP proposal, rich will no longer pay taxes and the poor will no longer eat. These doggies are, wait for it, postmodernists. They're deconstructing the state.
In came this representative from the deconstructionist mafia, made me an offer I couldn't understand.
Now, they could have asked any anarchist, and they would tell you, because they're all they, and also woke, that you have to replace the state with local councils, not to say Soviets. But no, these jokers want to replace the state with states, rights, and billionaires. Not halal. Elon wants to jail the staff of 60 Minutes for criticizing his closure of USAID. Meanwhile, the Washington Post refuses to run an ad from Common Cause criticizing Elon. Common and Cause will therefore not be jailed. Yet. Press liar Levitt banned AP for lying about the Gulf of America, saying they are lying without a mandate and must not confuse facts with things that were facts the week before. The Foreign Corrupt Practices Act is history. Business without corruption is, after all, like politics without making sausage, or medical care without making profit. Anyway, Boss Trump says corruption of politicians by foreigners is good for business, adding, "Just look at me."
And the Oscar goes to No Other Land.
In good news, the Oscar audience applauded the makers of the winning documentary film condemning U.S.-Israeli destruction of Palestine, a film which cannot get a U.S. distributor, any more than it could get an Israeli one.
As we call on the world to take serious actions to stop the injustice and to stop the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian people.
And Greta Thunberg was arrested, protesting weapons headed to Israel. Why not hospitalize her entire generation until this woke virus passes? Joke. Don't do it. Don't.